What's up, guys? Sub-Zerek here, back for another VOD review. Today, we're doing a VOD review of the America's Tacticians Trials. Actually, VOD review and Dank Memes. One, because Dank Memes is a really fun player to VOD review, and two, he played a line that is actually really interesting. One that I've not really seen people play, but this being a line does kind of like open up a lot of interesting possibilities. And so we'll talk about it more when we get there. But yeah, I feel like this line over the past few days, maybe it's just like tournament, it's like hidden tech that people have started showing off. It's really gone from something that I've seen like barely anyone playing to now actually like a lot of people playing. So we start off with actually a Giga Gold opener here. We pick up the Aurora here, which is a really nice, potential into this this Anima opener, which Dank Memes definitely someone who is open to that kind of stuff. He's looking at a lot of different openers that people have and yapping a little bit here. We do have this Gargoyle opener, which is really good towards like Teemo style stuff. Bodyguard Training, I think a pretty mediocre option. Backline Blueprint, also a pretty mediocre option. And then an Earth one that you can kind of look at, but it's a little awkward here. We don't actually have a great spat to slam from here. He sees Treasure Hunt Primordian. Actually, yeah, this is a very Primordian-y lobby. A lot of people with the opener here. That guy's got a Brawler spat. I mean, a pretty scary lobby, honestly. And Dank Memes opts to grab the spat here to start off. Now, most of the time when I have, grabbed the spat on this patch, last patch, it was obviously you take this and play Space Groove Riven, but now the kind of like default spat line is Dark Star. Just because 6 Dark Star is such a big spike, you can play for a really strong Kaisa and have a great time, honestly. In Dank Meme's spot, that's kind of awkward. We have no gloves, no swords. That is a comp that needs a lot of swords. Ideally, you're getting to like Deathblade and IE, so it's just kind of impossible to get to. And so we can hold on to these Dark Star, units here. He can hold on to the Lissandra because of Lissandra 2. Sure, I mean, no, nothing wrong with the Lissandra 2, but it's a little bit awkward to play towards that line. So we kind of have to figure out, okay, what might be our alternate game plan? Worst case scenario, you can make stuff like Crown Guard and play towards it, but it's not what Dank Memes is going to do this game. He's going to do something really interesting, actually. So we continue our loss streak here. Now, really, I mean, nothing too crazy going on. We just won a loss streak here. 1, we don't have a great board anyway, so it's not like we were going to win streak in this spot. 2, it's not like we can slam the spat right now anyway, so that's just like we're essentially playing out an augment for this entire stage. 3, we really would like to actually grief that player who's going for a huge loss streak. With Anima in, we would really like to grief their Anima loss streak, and so that's why we're just fielding this Lissandra 2 here. And 4, there's actually a 4 to this as well, is that we want to get anvils so that we can guarantee the sword off of minions here. All right, first augment here, it is an Ari plus Thresh. He's just going to grab the sword off Thresh, guarantee the Dark Star Spatula, and you'd love like a Kaisa here from the God round, but nothing too crazy, honestly. We pick up another Lissandra here. He even opts to sell the Alawi off here because he's, once again, just trying to ensure that we can grief. It's Bopster, right? Bopster here, who has this huge loss streak, and he's just putting Lissandra in the top left here to try to make sure that he gets focus fired down. I will say that this doesn't declump. It's kind of weird that he would position like this because what he's doing right now does not declump versus Bopster here, so kind of surprising actually. And yeah, he's actually not even gonna hold the extra Lissandra. Oh, he locked it. Yo, wait, this is so cool and actually makes so much sense towards our game plan. Oh, like this is actually sick. So he locks the Lissandra Cho Shop here because he knows, I want to hold on to these units here. I would like to grief Bopster here. He still has this Lissandra in such a weird spot here, but now he no longer has to lock. He's going to take his 5 loss, and sadly, we did not get to grief Bopster, which is really kind of worrying. Look at that, 132 stacks plus another, it's like 40 or, no, it's like 50 at this point on 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 here. So he should be at like 180 at this point, which is kind of horrifying. But you're going to see Dank Memes is going to start to roll a bit here. He is rolling here and still making the Dark Star spat. So obviously we are playing a Dark Star game, but this is a Dark Star Lissandra reroll angle. The idea is we have the 4 Lissandras. We have more AP style items. We have maybe this like half of JG. JG Nashers tends to be really nice. And we actually have half of each of those here. So we could just slam into JG Nashers here. We have a ton of gold to work with. Not sure why he has Jax in his planner. It's kind of tilting me, but you know, he's just looking for the units that are in his planner, so or that are in his brain planner. So honestly, if it works, it works. He rolls down pretty deep here, and he's going to take the JG here. Does not hit the Nash here, so he might be forced to make maybe a Void Staff. Seems like he's going to hold on to this tier now because obviously we fought Bobster here. 227 stacks, by the way, is horrifying. We definitely need to win this stage so that we have enough HP so that Bobster doesn't just kill us once he cashes out here. Second augment here, Care Package, I think just a great option whenever you're playing any kind of reroll line. You could take Earth's Gambit, I guess. It's another spat. I think Care Package is too good here. And he actually gets the full Nash here, which is fantastic. So now we can make this and feel pretty good about it. And you even just get a little Time Breaker in on this board. Not the craziest thing in the world, but not the worst. And he's looking at, yeah, he's going to actually reforge here, make Steadfast. Wow. So yeah, really was not interested in the Gargoyle. It makes a lot of sense because if we're going to play towards Vertical Dark Star later, we're going to have those black holes on the front line. And so Gargoyle doesn't really make that much sense. You have a lot of frontliners. You kind of just want like kind of okay frontline items that you can just put on like a frontliner in the middle. Like utility items feel pretty good. Stuff like Spark, stuff like Sunfire. You can definitely build. Find another Chosif Gath here. What's kind of interesting is we're not truly playing this as like a Cho reroll line. I mean, we have the Cho in the backline stacking up here, but we lost streak to this stage. We're really not thinking about Cho as that consequential of a tank here. Really, a lot of it is that we're just thinking about Lissandra as being a very, very consequential carry here. If we can reach Lissandra 3, she's going to spike us very, very hard, and obviously 6 Dark Star on top of the Lissandra 3, giving her a ton of stats, making her huge. She's actually going to do a lot of work, as you'll see this game. But yep, we win this fight here. Wish it was some kind of like Varus portal so that we could, you know, get further into it. Some extra reforge or like duplicators or stuff like that. But we just have to take Thresh here, take the belt, which I mean will just probably end up being another tank item here. Let's see what we got out of Thresh. Bunch of gold plus 4 cost, or actually yeah, a bunch of gold here is not bad here. Find another Kaisa here. Does sell the Meepsy here. It's kind of interesting. I'm curious to see how he kind of like caps out his board. And he's just gonna slam the belt here. Because you must play Pantheon, right? You need to fit Pantheon. The other units that tend to be really easy to fit on this board are Meepsy plus Alawi, gets Vanguard plus Shepherd plus Voyager in on the board. So it's really, really nice to play these guys whenever you are playing some kind of Dark Star line. And we do have the Alawi 2 here, which is very nice. One off Liss here, so he's going to sell out of the extra Pantheons here, roll it down. I actually thought that was it there. And look at this. He's even skipping the Chos. He's like, I have not stacked this Cho at all. It really does not matter if I have the Cho or if I don't have the Cho. So I'm just going to play this board, play the random Alawi here, get the Dark Star spat onto her, and this is going to be our board for now. Huge front line with a Lissandra 3. Now, Lissandra 3, she's pretty interesting. I find if you can truly play like Replicator for this unit, if you can truly invest into her, I feel like she does a lot of work. When I feel like she usually does like no work is when you're playing like a Teemo reroll board, you don't have Replicator in for her, she's just a unit on the board that's giving you Shepherd. Usually I find her quite underwhelming there. But on boards like the Vagar board, on boards like this board, this is the Giga Lissandra, especially once we reach 6 Dark Star, which we're just waiting on the Karma to get that in. And also we really just need to start pushing levels because we're about to reach level 6, from the start here. Would love to make another Nash here. The dupe, really actually rough to get here right after we've hit. I mean, you could make Nash, but I don't know. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just like, what are you going to do with this this glove if you do make Nashers here is I guess the question. He's going to make it though. He just wants BIS Lissandra here. Makes a lot of sense. And then the glove can be, yeah, he's just going to reforge it. Why not, right? Oh, actually, no, he reforged the other component, right? That was a tier he reforged, right? Interesting. So he actually kind of likes the glove. I guess the idea is that we can duo carry the Kaisa here. And so we actually like the glove for like IE for Kaisa here. The tier is also a good component for Kaisa. Well, we'll see what he ends up building out of these. Because I mean, we have Spark done here. So we have MR Shred done. We don't have any heal cut made right now. So we do have to get that. And we do have to get, the rest of our board here. Would you ever, okay, you would not take reinforcement here. He takes Swordsmith here for the Kaisa and actually gets amazing items here. And he actually gets the triple slam here. This is actually huge. Wow. Shojin, IE, and then he can just make the guard breaker here onto the Kaisa. So yeah, he was thinking of duo carrying the Kaisa. Just said, I don't really care that much about the mana item for Kaisa. I'd rather get to some kind of crit item for her. Like the spell crit is more important than the blue buff. And he ends up, getting to the Shojin here off of Swordsmith here. And so now he's got an itemized Lissandra and an itemized Kaisa here. Sadly, we do rotate into a very, very strong board. This is Bobster's cash out board, right? He got the quick blades here. So he's just going to play into a random like just a generic Master Yi board from the Quick Blades and have a pretty good time with it. Makes sense, honestly. Okay, and yeah, I mean, we're getting a little low is the only downside, but we still have yet to truly spike our board, right? We're really waiting on that level 8, get the Karma in, get everything really from there. He's also looking at some of these other spots because there are some scary boards out here. Whoa, wait, who was that? I want to know. It's Mrs. Goldsmith. Isn't that a... Oh my god, they're actually playing old school Victor reroll. Okay, we must see how this game goes for that player, because that is a crazy call out to play actually Victor reroll from the drone. My god, I feel like it's just taking me right back to last patch. So kind of sad that conflict doesn't exist anymore, because it was kind of cool, but like the units just got nerfed. I mean, Victor, they took him out back. I mean, he was too good. He was too good last patch. All right, we win this fight, which is really, really big. We need gold here, honestly. I mean, both of these options provide gold. It really just depends on how many people take Ari here. And we do get the Karma out of the orb there. That is actually so big here. So now we will have Karma that we can level 4. We'll have the 6 Dark Star, and now the board will truly spike. We do have to make sure that we are... I mean, you must level this round, right? It's just too big of a spike. Yeah, you must get the Dark Stars in. Got to make sure that Liss is the big one here. You see Kai'Sa's getting in here. We need to bench and unbench. Yep, do exactly this. Because each of them have 3 items, the tiebreak is whatever unit was fielded most recently. So if you're ever wondering why your Dark Star unit is not who you want it to be, just bench and unbench a unit, and it will make that unit the Dark Star. We end up same side as this Yi here. Yeah, this is actually a pretty... I mean, to be honest, it's a very strong board from this player here. Has the Infinity Force augment, has, triple item everybody. Honestly, a pretty strong board that we go kind of close with. So I think that's honestly a promising fight. The problem is that we're 29 HP. And so we'd really like to not be 29 HP, but we have put together the entire board. Like we talked about, we have the Shepherds in here. And yeah, we randomly... I mean, not really randomly, because we intentionally rolled for it. We just rolled for just Liss 3 and then played around it from, a surplus of Lissandras to start the game here. You can see this Lissandra is not a bad unit. I mean, look at that. Oh my god, she just actually one-taps backline there. That's actually such a consequential win, by the way, just because, yeah, these fights are so scary, right? We need heal cut, and we're nowhere near it. I mean, that's heal cut. Yeah, I think you must take this and just make Merle adaptive, throw it onto the Karma, and you can feel pretty good about it. Okay. Oh, he's thinking about... moving Dark Star Spatula? I mean, usually you want to put Dark Star Spat onto a carry because it's so much stats. But who would you even put it on here? I mean, you don't actually have, the Riven. You don't have the other guy, like Zai or anything. He's going to throw it. Oh, I guess his idea is he wants to put more items onto Alawi here. It's really not that consequential into Alawi. Ooh, we do find the Jhin here. You just have to drop... oh, I think I watched this back. He will make the Morello adaptive here, right? Surely. Yep. And then just ends up getting Warmugs onto Alawi. I'm pretty surprised that Dank Memes does not just play Jhin over Cho'Gath here. I believe he ends up actually selling this Jhin, because I was watching some of this game live. Also, Miss Goldsmith on the Victor board ends up going 8th Sag. But yeah, because you just lose Brawler on your board, I really think it's not that consequential. Brawler on your board is basically nothing. And then a little bit of extra frontline on the Pantheon here, I don't think does really anything either. So I'm pretty surprised he doesn't just play Jhin in that slot here. You'd lose a trait, but it's not like we're playing Rost or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, in any case, this is our board here. Also, I'm really getting freaked out because he is on someone else's board, and I was like, how are we 4 Dark Star? But he was looking at someone else's POV is what happened there. We get the 6 roll. Sometimes the 6 roll doesn't feel like a 6 roll, because like we got a component here, but we don't have an open component. So it's actually a little bit rough here, but as long as we can hold the line, as long as we can keep winning some of these fights, he makes a quick swap to the left here to try to... I mean, he's same side as enemy carry here, which I think is good. Lissandra has a lot of kind of like AoE burst that she can do, so you can actually end up killing a unit like this Yi here with burst like this. I mean, it's a beautiful fight win, actually, and the swap ends up being huge here. This is the thing about this Lissandra unit, is she actually matches up pretty well into some of these melee boards. If you can get her same side, she can do exactly that. She can end up blowing away an enemy frontliner just by killing them with the AoE. Another unit that she's like really good into is stuff like this Briar. Oh, he doesn't swap her in time. Hopefully that's not an issue. He doesn't even have that high of ping. I think it was just a little slow here. I mean, Bobster's board's insane, so maybe you can cope and say that we were always going to lose this fight. Kind of looks like the answer is yes. So we dropped down to 15 HP here. Riveting, winning the fight. This is one of those games that's just so close. And yeah, actually drops to 13 HP. That was delayed damage. Okay, pick up another Thresh Orb here. Just a little bit of extra gold here. And once again, the positioning is huge here. He even bows the Meepsy here just to try it. We want to be same side as a lot of this stuff here. Looking like, yeah, he is going to be same side. A lot of people swapped into him. He fights this board here. He's not same side here, so the Liss AoE is not going to be amazing here. She did kill a lot of backline here. It's a little scary, though. I mean, he killed a lot, but the Bel'Veth is alive. It's so close, but he loses the fight. Down to 2 HP. Now, top 6 locked in. Not bad. Not bad at all here. We get another orb here, which can help us push level. We'd really love... I mean, Arast is not bad on this board. Rogue's kind of whatever. You can play Riven though as you know, Rogue plus Timebreaker on this version of the board, which is pretty cool. And then you could actually move the spat over there as well. That would be the dream. Hopefully, nope, we don't get gold here. We do get a Bardo here, so that's something we could play. We find the Riven, nice. She should get the Dark Star spat, and oh, he's actually just going to leave it onto the Meepsy here for frontline because he's like, honestly, what's a Riven 1 with a Dark Star spat really going to do? Meepsy's just going to do better with the AP. Okay, I respect it. We are same side here, which looks pretty good. Riveting board's very strong, but we're AoEing pretty well. Yeah, we kill the carry there, and then, yep, another cast is going to kill there. I think we kill Riveting, and it's a top 3 all of a sudden with this positioning. Now, he needs to, once again, versus Bobster. I think he does want to be same. It's really scary, though. You could also make the call to be opposite side. I think you do want to be just same side here for this AoE, but we'll see here. He is going to opt to not swap, though. He's going to opt to stay opposite side here. I mean, he's going to kill the right side here pretty quickly and then aggro there, and he has a lot of tankiness on the left side, and the Yi ran up. I mean, this means he's going to get blown up by the Lissandra, right? Which means Liss is going to get a kill there. Liss is going to cast again, and we're going to kill Bobster, and we're going to win the game. Yes, this is a first place from Dank Memes on this Lissandra reroll comp. I mean, just such a crazy first, a game where I honestly, I looked at this game like stage 3, and I thought this guy was like going fast to 8th, but he actually wins out off of just Lissandra 3, 6 Dark Star. I mean, it's such a cool version. It makes so much sense. It's so positioning reliant. I feel like the items were perfect as well. I mean, just such a cool game from Dank Memes, and also just quite the pop-off from him when he won. But yeah, I mean, also, I'm only 16 minutes into the VOD. When did this was a 6-2 game end, man. You ever have those games? I played so many games today where I died at the end of stage 6, like going into stage 7, and it was a 3rd. And this is a game where literally everyone's dead by 6-2. I mean, just one of those lobbies where a lot of people were low HP. There was no like plus HP from anything from like Sirach or anything like that. And but yeah, I mean, just a really, really cool game from Dank Memes showing off this comp, and I felt like I had to VOD review it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, if you did, please like the video. It is free, helps me out a ton. Subscribe to the channel down below, or no, it's below. Yeah, big yellow button. Remember, people used to say that. Comment down below. What do you think about this this line? What do you think about Trials or TPC? Have you been watching those? Have you not been watching those? I guess tell me if you haven't. Who cares? Check out my Twitch down below. I'll be live tomorrow again. I'm not sure for how long because it's Mother's Day tomorrow, so I might be doing some Mother's Day stuff. So I'll be live around that. And check out my Metafy down below for all of your coaching needs as well. All right, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. As always, bye-bye.